When I first started my gaming YouTube channel, it really did suck. As you can see, I've privated pretty much all of my old videos because they were just so bad. And I used to watch a lot of those YouTube guru videos, which I'm sure you do too, about hacking the algorithm. And looking back, it was so cringe. So today I'm going over 9 things I wish I knew when I started my channel. So hopefully it can help you too. Your YouTube thumbnails are so much more important than the actual video itself. The majority of people are honestly more than happy to watch an amateur low quality video, but most people are not willing to click on an ugly thumbnail. People will judge the book by its cover, and people will equally judge a YouTube video based on its thumbnail. I'm not saying clickbait people with thumbnails and make it look like you're talking about something that you're not, but what I am saying is the thumbnail is the first thing people see. It is the #1 thing, okay? Even Netflix knows this, which is why they put so much effort into their thumbnails too. If you would like some advice, some actionable advice on thumbnails, find a thumbnail that you like and actually try to replicate it and use it yourself. So if we take a look at my most popular videos, you can see the second top one is 10 reasons why The Sims will feel so boring, and it's just my sim standing in front of a grassy background with the sky with the word boring behind her. I actually took this thumbnail off a Minecraft video. I actually can't find the original video that I took the concept from, but it's actually extremely similar to this thumbnail. So let's pretend I took it from this. So my actionable advice to you is to actually look at what other people are doing right and try to pull it into your thumbnails. You could try to look at people who are in your niche, but also outside of your niche. So my niche is The Sims, but I always look out towards Fortnite creators, Minecraft, Roblox, all sorts of video games, just so that I can get more ideas that I've never heard of before. And when you are able to nail thumbnails, that is when your videos will start to get more views. Obviously, a good video is important, but having a good thumbnail is even more important. In order to start a channel, you have to have something unique, and the thought of that is actually quite daunting. When I was starting YouTube and YouTube gurus were saying, you have to be original, find something unique and special about you to grow your channel, I was like, what the hell, I'm not even special or unique. I want you to take the advice down to a really simple and basic level. For example, when I first started my Sims channel, I noticed that the majority of reviews for Sims packs were really old when the packs were first released, yet there were no reviews of the packs going over cross-pack play with the newer packs. So I thought, why don't I just review every pack for The Sims 4, starting from packs that were released, 7 years ago, and the videos actually got a lot of views because people were genuinely interested to see what I had to say about packs. And now I'm known as the review YouTuber. Another thing that made me unique was dyeing my hair bright red. I swear to God, I grew my YouTube channel initially going from 50 views per video to 1,000 views per video because I dyed my hair red and people clicked my videos simply because I looked different. As time went on, people started following me for my chaotic Let's Plays. They started following me for being a news channel. At one point during my channel growth, I actually decided to make really short videos that were about 5 minutes or less because I noticed most Sims YouTubers were making videos that were like 20 to 40 minutes long. So I thought, I'm gonna make shorter videos. So when I say be unique, I don't mean have some cringe unique YouTuber intro. I don't mean have something special about your personality. It doesn't have to be that big and daunting. What I'm saying is try and figure out what kind of things are other people not doing, even if it's something small like the length of your videos, or if you've got a funky hair color, maybe you can just up the saturation of it a little bit in your thumbnails. There's a lot of different things that you can do to try and be unique, and they don't have to be big. So I'm talking about becoming a YouTuber, but you're not actually a YouTuber. What you are is a content creator, and content creators make content for a huge variety of platforms. These days, most people will upload YouTube videos, but they will also stream on Twitch. They will also make TikToks and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, and I'm sure a new platform will come ahead in the future. Even Facebook, by the way, guys, a lot of people are sitting on Facebook. You can earn a lot of money on Facebook, I'm just saying. A lot of people make the mistake, which I did too, to, which was putting all of my effort into YouTube. And I thought, why am I not growing? And then I actually decided to shift. I started putting more attention and energy into TikTok and more attention into Instagram too. Instagram flopped because gaming content doesn't do well on there, but TikTok did very well. I've now got 500,000 followers on there. I don't make money from it anymore because it's fallen out of my content strategy. I don't think TikTok is great. I think if you're a sexy, rich 18-year-old and you just like doing funny dance trends, and TikTok is great. But if you want to make a career out of it, I'm not sure. This is another video for another day, but fundamentally, I was earning a lot of money from TikTok, but then things changed and I stopped and then I went back to YouTube. And I don't know if you know all of the drama in the Sims YouTube space right now, but a lot of people are worried about the stability of their channels due to the EA buyout. And obviously, good things can't last forever. You can't rely on one video game forever. So I'd always say diversify, whether that be diversifying on other platforms, experimenting with brand new content. These days, instead of just playing The Sims, I'm experimenting with other video games too to see what my audience likes. And some things will be a hit, other things will be a miss, but you don't know until you try. So it's not just about diversifying your income, but also your content too. Would you believe me if I said it's much better to have a plain personality than it is to have a distinct, unique, and fun personality? In fact, if you look at some of the most popular people in the world, one thing they all have in common is that they're actually really, really plain. What is the most popular type of pizza on the planet? It's a margarita. Everybody has their own different tastes, but they can all agree on a margarita because all pizzas at their core are margarita pizzas, just with other stuff put on top. So if you have a margarita pizza personality, then everybody is going to like you. And in order to be that way, you have to be plain. You know the Taylor Swift memes about the kinds of people who like her music? Look at how big Taylor Swift is. People like her because she's plain. Every single one of her songs sounds exactly the same. Taking this back to YouTube, when I first started, I was like, I've got to have this big, bold personality. In reality, you really don't. I think it's better to focus on being more appealing than it is to having a big, wild personality or a strong personality. In fact, if I could go back and start YouTube all over again from the beginning, I would have absolutely no personality at all. I would not let anybody know anything about my life. I would be very plain. I wouldn't even laugh in my videos. I wouldn't give my opinions on anything. I wouldn't even tell people what my favorite pizza topping was. I'd have no personality, no preferences, absolutely nothing. And that sounds like a really bizarre hack, but now I've said it, I feel like you're going to start recognizing it everywhere, in that a lot of the biggest creators, they don't really have distinct personalities. So if you don't have one either, don't worry. When I first started YouTube, I was really worried about what people would say about me. And I remember when I first started uploading a few videos, I put it on my Instagram account, my family and friends private account, and a couple of them subscribed and they left comments, but then that was it. The truth is, nobody gives a flying fuck about you and your YouTube channel. And if they are being judgmental, they're just jealous that they're not doing anything with their life. When I first started my YouTube channel, people would say to me, oh, that's nice that you've got a new hobby. So why don't you get a real job whilst you do this new hobby? And people were saying things like this, and it's like, now I'm actually quite successful and it's my full-time job and I earn a lot of money from it and it's an incredible lifestyle and I'm very grateful and proud of myself for it. If I listen to those people, God forbid I did actually get a part-time job in a fucking supermarket or something, because oh God, like seriously, do not listen to other people. You are in your own lane doing your own thing. Don't be swayed by other people. Don't be embarrassed. The best way to get over your embarrassment is honestly just to do it and see what happens. I put off honestly for quite a long time starting my channel because I was just like, I'm so embarrassed of what people would think about me. And then when I actually did it, I realized who cares? Nobody. And if people act like they care and they're being judgmental, they're normally just deflecting. You have to be the bigger, better person and you've just got to get on with it and do it because there's no time like now. There is a lot of clickbait content on there. How to hack the YouTube algorithm. 0 to 3,000 subscribers in 4 simple steps. Why YouTube's algorithm isn't recommending your videos. How to get more views in 7 minutes. And they were real clickbait YouTube video titles I just read out, by the way. The algorithm is not going to save you from uploading boring shit. on YouTube, and that's a brutally honest truth. You could pour your heart and soul into a video, but if it's so fucking plain and boring and nobody likes it and your thumbnails are crap, nobody's gonna watch it. You have to be honest with yourself and realize that the algorithm is not going to save you. Stop wasting your time trying to hack the algorithm. The algorithm is not doing shit for you, I promise. In fact, I know this because I've recently started a brand new secret gaming channel, and the channel's actually doing quite well considering I've only uploaded 2 videos on it, and the niche that I'm uploading these videos for is actually not a popular niche right now. It's kind of dying actually, but the videos are doing okay to begin with, and I honestly didn't put that much effort into the SEO, into hacking the algorithm. I just uploaded the videos. YouTube is actually really smart. When you upload a video, they analyze your video and they figure out what it's about based on everything, but predominantly the thumbnail, the title, and the content of the video, they will work it out. You don't need to do all this rubbish to hack the algorithm. You simply need to make videos that the audience will enjoy. And I can't tell you how much time I wasted watching these clickbait videos myself as a small channel about hacking the algorithm, whereas I could have just spent that time thinking, how can I actually make a fun and appealing video? Everybody cares so much about subscribers, and it is the least important metric, yet people hold it to the highest value, and it doesn't make any sense. A huge difference you will notice between newer YouTube channels and older YouTube channels is that older channels that are still popular now have more subscribers than views, whereas newer channels have more views than subscribers, and that's because these days people just aren't subscribing to channels. Subscribers really do not matter. I always get comments like, Satch, how do I get more subscribers? My channel has 3,000 subscribers. Lucky me. Okay, good for you. Would you like me to clap for you? Would you like me to clap for you and suck your dick simultaneously? Subscribers don't mean anything at all. What actually matters is people who come back and watch your videos over and over again. Most people watch videos through the suggested feed or the home feed, not the subscriber tab. These days, most viewers don't use the subscriber tab. People are simply recommended videos from creators that they follow regularly. If somebody watches your video, they will be recommended another, and if they watch that, they will be recommended another again. That's how people get views. I promise you, subscribers don't matter. If you really care about subscribers, you can maybe upload YouTube shorts. I think the best strategy for subscribers these days is shorts, but they're not even that important anymore. I heard even YouTube are not doing the plaques anymore, or maybe they're making them smaller, or you have to pay for them or something. I can't remember, but I heard YouTube themselves aren't even doing the plaques as they used to. Subscribers just aren't important, guys, and you really just need to not worry about it, because I spent so much time worrying about my subscriber count, but it just doesn't matter. Instead, focus on how you can boost your views. When I first started YouTube, a huge barrier for me was being so afraid of copying other people's ideas, whether it be their thumbnails, their titles, the actual storyboarding of their videos, even little parts of their personality, honestly. And every single time that I did a video that was remotely based off another creator's video, I really strongly and blatantly gave them so much credit in a way that was probably a little bit forced and weird. There is not really such a thing as original content on YouTube. That's a brutally honest truth. Do not be afraid of copying other people's ideas. I've done this so much, and instead of using the word copy, let's instead use the word role modeling, which I think is a better way of phrasing it. And role modeling is actually backed by science. I actually did a whole paper on role modeling, and I was at university. I did psychology. I think it was the highest grade I ever got for a paper. I know my shit, okay? Role modeling is the best technique to get better at everything, whether that be playing the piano or making YouTube thumbnails. Looking at what other successful people have done is really important, and I would like you to look at other people in your niche. So if you play Minecraft and your thing is uploading Minecraft build videos, look at other Minecraft build video channels. Look at what kind of thumbnails work for these kinds of creators and think, how can I implement something similar for myself? If you're playing Fortnite, on YouTube, look at other creators and think, how are they making their videos engaging? Does their video have a storyboard? Are they editing their video? How are they editing the video? How often? What techniques are they using? If you're playing Animal Crossing, look at other Animal Crossing thumbnails. Are people using their real faces, or are they using their Animal Crossing avatar faces for their reactions in their thumbnails? Always think of ways you can copy people, and I used to avoid this all the time when I was growing, and I honestly regret it so much because role modeling is a really excellent thing. In fact, I still do it to this day. I even role model from channels that are smaller than mine. If I think they've done something cool, I think, oh, could I do something similar? And it's not dirty. There is absolutely nothing wrong with copying. There is a very big difference between learning from somebody else and outright stealing their content. And you're not stealing somebody's content by trying to imitate them. So my last piece of advice is humble yourself. You are a piece of shit. Your videos are boring. Your thumbnails are boring. Your titles are boring. Your video storyboarding is boring. Your video editing is shit. You are pathetic. And it's really important to admit that when you're growing a channel. Always try to learn something new. And for me, it got to the point where it's like, I'm trying so hard and my videos just aren't doing anything in the algorithm. And I was just so confused, like, what's wrong with me? And I just didn't want to admit to myself that my videos were shit. I honestly just couldn't admit to myself that I was doing a bad job because I just wanted to be a YouTuber so bad full time that I just didn't want to admit to myself that I sucked. And I wasted so much time uploading crap content because I didn't want to admit that to myself. And I think it's so important that you do. Not in a derogatory way, like I'm calling you pathetic because it's funny, but I'm like, obviously don't be derogatory to yourself. Do it in a constructive way so that you always grow and improve. If you enjoyed this video, let me know of any other videos you'd like to see in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.